This content is for 18 plus mature audiences only. Expect explicit language, violence, and potentially unpleasant descriptions. Take breaks if needed for your mental health because your well-being matters. Now please welcome the cast and crew of the Wednesday Night Revival. Why is it always something that fucks up? There we go. This is fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're good. It's fine.
Hello?
Sounds fine.
Listen, we can hear everyone. We just couldn't see him for like a hot second.
That's
You
fine.
mean
My
I was
camera
waving
doesn't want
to
me
no one?
listen.
Nobody.
It is fun to watch stream.
Rev, I will fucking log you out of the goddamn account.
Can I ban Rev?
For legal reasons, that's not a joke.
Wait, can I? I can. I can block. I can't
No.
ban.
Also, real quick, I'd like to point out that our actual channel has the 2-month subscriber tag on it in chat.
Yeah.
Does it really? Because we've been around for 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Anytime
how
I talk in my chat, I still have like
January
a
was only 2 months ago.
I need to finish my drawings.
Did you say January was only 2 months ago, Rev? I have words. I have confused words.
Because we've been around since January.
but we don't get the
We
don't
have
get
to
the
wait
subscriber-
until we're
2 months ago,
able to be
right?
subscribed to did too.
right, the whole affiliate thing.
I know.
Okay,
They said what they said. It's fine.
I'm glad you know.
Hi. Oh my lord, we
Listen.
are a basket case. You can tell chaos has been happening. It's fine. We're fine.
Both on and off screen.
Welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade stream. This week, barring technical errors that remove me from being able to play, will be the narrative conclusion to the arc of Vampire the Masquerade that we've been playing, if the internet allows it.
Knock on wood.
So
They're
this
only a
episode will
little
find
bit salty.
one of 3-way. Brett, who is the only person that has anti-vampire weapons, kills all the other players' characters. They solve the mystery and wrap all of this up in under 3 hours. Or idiocy? I know where my money is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm murdering all of them, aren't I?
I wouldn't be surprised. Cruella kind of just has that air about her.
That bot, yeah.
The quiet kid vibe.
So, are we picking up where we left off last time? Which was basically just you two role-playing back and forth.
And it was glorious.
I didn't even get that far, to be honest.
We could do that for hours.
I believe we discussed that it would be that we pick up from our session on the
previous
3rd.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, especially since on the YouTube channel, I cut the beginning because no one was going to sit through 30 minutes for us to get through something out, right? Like,
Yeah.
We look
So-
out for our viewers' entertainment.
for recorded purposes, we should restart all of that.
Valid.
Yeah.
Fair. Start role-playing, guys.
Can I
Here's
get
the
a
thing. We've got an ad starting in a minute.
refresher as to what's going on?
That's fine.
Yeah. So what's going on? I'll get us started here. So we are both back in Dr. Silas's lab. We have just both grabbed a fresh bag of blood from Silas's mini fridge that is in the lab. They are a pharmaceutical scientist, or a scientist who tests pharmaceuticals, basically. And you have met, I think. Did you meet the rat yet?
The rat was what we did last time, so we'll have to do the rat again. We can also skip the rat, so we can try to prove Rev wrong.
Maybe we could, but why skip out on fun?
You're right. Carry on.
So, let's see. We are currently in a in an ad probably. So I figured it was a good time to do more recapping, as we could just sort of pick up from there once the ad is done. I don't actually know how long this ad is.
It doesn't say there's an ad going right now, so just keep
Oh,
going.
there's not?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a delay between the countdown for the ad starting and the actual start of the ad.
Well, I am subscribed, so I can't even see the ads. Because some of us are awesome. Anyway, so Dr.
You have a
Silas.
Prime account.
Yes. Oh hey,
And now the
ad
ad
break in
is
progress. Oh, that was perfect timing. God, that was perfect timing.
You're
You
muted,
can
my
still
dear.
see us on the side. But I forget whether you could hear us along with the ad or not.
No.
Or no? Okay. Well, that's fine. But yeah, so to go over a little bit of what we had live last week, Dr. Silas was asking about some of Cruella's background, some more of Cruella's background. And they started, I think, will say we did some rolls into, if we're okay keeping that, we did some rolls into who is actually behind the stuff that makes the blood coagulate such that you can use it for art and it retains its nice redness.
The agent, the coagulating agent.
Yeah. There's a specific word. Reagent
Serum.
is the word that I was looking for. But so yeah. So that is where they were at. Is that they were headed into another lab in the area after. Having sort of talked about like, oh hey, the actual main order of the reagent is here at the university. We can go check it out in person.
Do I need like to do a sign in or something like that?
I do not believe so. Your presence with me will not be questioned.
Okay.
Here's, I do have more questions about what drove you to the Masquerade.
Oh, wrong place, wrong time.
So you did not choose this life.
No. Was a little bored. Wanted to have a bit of an adrenaline rush. Stepped outside my residency at the time. Took a left when I should have taken a right. I wanted to see the ducks in the pond.
Quack.
And saw someone eating when I shouldn't have. My sire. And disappointingly, when he approached me stabbing him in the shoulder only seemed to intrigue him more, or the clavicle.
What was that like?
Being eaten or stabbing him? Because I've stabbed plenty of people.
You
never stabbed anybody?
I rarely
Okay.
do I get in range to be stabbing distance. I would prefer
That's why you have that.
to not be involved. But if I have to be involved, a quick and decisive victory is the way to go.
No.
No.
I mean, maybe it's just I've been doing this for too long, but there's something with the way when you can see how quick their heartbeat is with how quickly their eyes move back and forth in fear. Also, they just taste a little sweeter.
Hmm.
Maybe that's just me, though. Have you thought about trying that? I have an extra knife if you need one.
I once again
I-
reiterate, Cruella is a demented toddler.
Absolutely. I stick to my preferences, in fact.
Okay.
And so they will be headed down this hallway. So you've been kept like this. Almost, it feels like you're some sort of... Would you be offended at me saying it feels like you're some sort of pet for your sire?
No, that tracks. I mean, he doesn't make me wear a collar or anything. Though I wouldn't be surprised if, Ursula's sire was into that sort of thing.
Yes, they've into some interesting things. What would you say if I could make you not the pet, but the master?
I think I've said this previously, but those that don't listen to him, end up being fed on by those of us that actually prefer the taste of our blood. He actually does have he has a few that are specifically I guess he has a few hunting dogs, if you would. And I'm the last of my batch, if you would.
I think you've misunderstood me.
What do you mean?
I'm not talking about running away or you being hunted for sport again, which is not normal or good, might I add. But instead, going to the cages, going to the kennels, and letting the attack dogs loose. They'll attack the master before they attack anyone else. Creatures, people, they all have memories of the trauma and the hurt inflicted on them.
Keeper of the Masquerade, I have a question.
Sure.
What is the consequence for... I mean, I'm kind of... We're making this up as we go a little bit about how this Masquerade works, but... Insubordination and talk of rebellion gets you on the bad side of the Masquerade typically, right? Like, if they even smell us, they'll typically kill you.
I mean, that's literally what you were put together for right now. You are that group.
Right.
Trying to suss out and find a group of dissenters.
Right. And Cruella is not always up there, but... should I make a roll to see if she's getting what the professor's putting down?
One moment.
If you... So, here's the thing. Based on this roll, I will either monologue more, or we can...
retell the story?
What do you mean retell the story?
Give him a better idea of what you exactly were going for.
Oh, yeah, no.
I know what's going
further.
on. Cruella is...
Yeah. Mr. Gloom will, if recognition is not on Cruella's face soon, will begin to be more explicit. So depending on your role here, I can get into that.
She is fairly smart, for the record. I think her intelligence is like a 3. Yeah, her intelligence is a 3, and her wits is also a 3. So she's decently intelligent. I think she was just enjoying the fact that you had a pet raccoon, now a pet rat, and you gave her a free drink. And now she's thinking back to being turned into a vampire, and then just the past, what did I say, 54 months?
Yeah, I'm going to say that you wouldn't need to make a roll here. Like, this is this is being put down for you to pick up.
You see, those holding the leash refuse to give up their grasp. You know what happens when we no longer must operate in secrecy? They lose their power. That leash disintegrates from within their decrepit old hands. And power is distributed to each of us. You see, I believe in us. And why would we follow this archaic rule that makes you a pet when you could have the freedom to be whoever you wish?
She's sitting there thinking, doing her little finger thing. I burnt my thumb, so I really can't do it as well, but she's just picking her thumbnail and her index nail.
Mm-hmm. You see, Cruella, I have asked you here not because you are weak or susceptible, but because of all of those that I've met tonight, you are in fact my favorite. And you, I think, more than any of the others, understand what it's like to be under the thumb. You have not convinced yourself, like the others may, that being under the thumb is as good as they make it out to be. And I believe in you. Do you believe in me?
1 second, me and the DM are talking.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep monologuing then, I guess. See.
Silas is just sitting there talking to himself.
Absolutely. No, Silas is a professor and a lecturer. Silas could go on for hours, right? So what happens when this masquerade, this veil, is lifted, and you can see the more and more they talk, it's almost feverish at times. Much like when I don't know if you've ever had this when I studied. I did. When you're on the trail of a solution and you start to get that slide of figuring things out, and the ideas come faster and faster and faster and faster to the point that you can't always voice them properly. So when we lift this veil of secrecy, these dinosaurs face their extinction. No longer do they have the pets that give them power. No longer do we have creatures who do not understand the world that we live in, that we exist in.
Looking in this as he's getting more and more heated, is there any cameras or anything like that around as we're walking to this spot that we're trying to get to?
No, this is a secure area. And you do, as you're like taking all of this in and with everything that's going through your mind, you realize that Silas knows this campus really well.
Mm-hmm.
And as you think about the route you've taken, this seems like a specifically convoluted route, not necessarily the fastest that would connect between where you were and where you currently are and are still heading.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like he chose this route because it would be quiet and would give him enough time to say what's being said.
These dinosaurs force those under them to scrabble and cannibalize each other just for a taste of the power that they bathe in.
What killed the dinosaurs?
something foolish. A giant rock that fell.
And to answer your question, DM, I don't know. Because
This is gonna go one of two ways, and I'm really excited.
Right.
you know what? I told you this earlier this night. And she's gonna take out one of the crossbows and hand it to you. And she is going to trigger warning for anyone. She is going to basically pull a free run real quick. And she's gonna hand you one of those
What?
wooden
That is not an
crossbow
effective trigger
boats.
warning.
Well,
I don't know
sorry.
what is a free
I'm
room?
going to order you to do something bad to yourself.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Wow. Okay.
So it's like that.
Interesting.
I'm going to
Called it.
cast Compel. And I'm going to tell him to shove this into his heart because we are dealing with traitors and I'm not going to stand next to one.
Interesting. Is there a? I don't know how this works. So
I
is
don't
there-
either.
Okay.
This is Compel under Dominate.
And it does show that you need to make a charisma dominate roll.
Mm-hmm. I'm good at those.
I'm looking at Tony's sheet right now.
Charisma.
There's not a save, so I'm going to assume that it would be a contested roll. So let's go on your end, Tony. Resolve.
It should
and-
say in the description of the spell, quote unquote, what both parties have to roll.
I rolled 4 successes out of possible of 5.
One moment.
But Brett, did you hear what Blood said?
I did, yes. They need to roll resolve versus wait, no, so hold on. Catching the eyes of someone who no. This is against another vampire. Where is that?
There we go. Now it showed up. No roll is required against an unprepared mortal victim. Commanding a resisting victim, the vampire has previously dominated in the same scene, or another vampire requires a contested charisma dominate versus intelligence resolve. So yeah, Tony, you'll roll intelligence resolve.
Okay.
What was your roll, Brett?
I rolled 4 successes, a total of possible 5. No, almost another crit on my blood die, but no. Last time I did get a crit on my blood die. Does that mean I have another hunger again?
This is gonna get interesting, y'all. That is 4 successes.
Out of-
Whoa.
Yeah.
So who was
Out of
closer to the crit for the
7.
blood die, I guess? Question mark.
No. I don't know who that goes in favor for. Normally,
Let's Google.
if you're doing a save, then it's the person who making the save who succeeds if it matches. But that's not normally a contested roll?
I have a thought.
Sure.
If you are looking to dominate someone, I feel you need to be in a winning position.
Sure.
That's a fair
Buying
point.
does not dominate, in
Mhm.
my mind. Now, I'm obviously biased in this check a little bit. So
Here's what I
I'm
was
putting it to
thinking.
the group what I believe this type of thing would make sense narratively and
Here's my
in
thoughts in this particular
all of this.
situation. In my mind, this has now become a battle of the minds kind of a thing,
Mhm.
where you two are locked in this. So I just want a straight wits check from both of you, and essentially we're just gonna keep doing that until somebody wins, as this is now a battle in the mind between you two.
all right.
I got a critical on my blood die, and I got 2 out of 3 possible successes. So do I roll again then if I got a crit on my
No,
blood die?
So the way it works is crits only count if you get them in pairs.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yes.
so that's 2 successes then.
Okay.
Okay. I also have 3 die. Oh, that's not the roll button. Okay. And I
Got rules. Rule.
got-
Rule.
Go-
Okay. Sorry,
go
I
ahead,
did
Bud.
find a.
I-
I did find
I
a
got-
thing.
If you found
Okay.
a ruling, that'll help in.
yeah, I did
rolling
get
this
3
time.
successes, by the way. But
Okay.
ruling. What was the ruling? I
Ties
don't
in
care.
contest and conflicts. It's in the core book, page 123. Rolling a tie in a contest means that the active character wins the roll. Active character is the one who performs the action and calls for the first roll.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So in this situation, it would have favored Brett. Unfortunately, I had already made a calling,
Mhm.
and it did result in Tony's win.
Mhm.
Mm.
Well,
So, Dr. Silas, you were just handed a very lethal weapon and had a mental moment of back and forth between you and Cruella where you were instructed to end your life.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Hmm.
We're going to leave this here
Yeah.
and move to our other 2 players, catch up with
Oh.
them, see what they're planning.
Sure.
What were we
Give
planning?
Tony some
I don't
time to
even
think
remember.
about what he may do to respond.
So
love you, buddy.
We had to choose.
So we had previously been
You're holed
looking
up at your
through the
apartment.
computers and stuff.
Yeah, and you
Yeah. You
were able to
revealed
lock
to
down a
me.
specific location for
Yeah.
the vampire that you're hunting. And yeah, I revealed something.
I
you
was
revealed your
showing
third
the eye,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I think that's where we cut away.
Yeah.
Because we breed drama. So you're now looking at a
Ta-da.
person with 3 eyes.
I mean, I think we were kind of like, she was just like, it's not my business, I don't care, was her kind of thing. And she was just like, so what did you find? Like, I remember like that, she was kind of just like, okay, and whatever.
Yeah. Right then, we have a location, I think. I mean, at least of where. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was where we think what's her name was headed. Correct?
Was it Lilith? Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
where she
Lilith.
is. You have
Oh, it's where Lilith is.
Yeah.
I have where
roughly
Lilith
where
is.
she is, yeah.
I have where she is
Yeah.
currently. So when the sun goes down, we can head that way.
I think that's possible. What time is it? What time of day is it right now?
Honestly, like, you guys are still, like, going from last night. You haven't really stopped yet. So I'm gonna say it's probably only, like, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we don't have to sleep unless we want to,
The
right?
Morning. Correct.
Okay. Hmm. Well, is there anything else that your geekiness would like to investigate at this time, Willow?
I mean, I can go through some of the videos and see if there's any people that we could recognize. If you want to help with that, if there's anyone you maybe know from the Masquerade or.
I'm okay with that. Let's do that.
I guess we're just gonna vibe and watch a whole bunch of videos. I am
You know, like,
Go down the
reviewing
rabbit
evidence and
hole.
stuff.
basically.
One
And I know I
second.
have my heightened senses, and I'm gonna, I guess, add that into whatever we're doing.
Okay. And are you skimming the all the content evidence that you guys have for, like, other leads now, or what is it you're trying to do with this?
I guess I'm going to try and see if I can track down the profiles that these videos were originally posted from.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be actually fairly simple. Give me just an intelligence technology.
Okay.
I actually have a question, DM.
Sure.
I have the Auspex sense the unseen, which the senses of the vampire become attuned to dimensions beyond the mundane, allowing them to sense presences otherwise hidden from the naked eye. This can be anything from another vampire using obfuscate to someone using Auspex to spy on a character to a ghost in the middle of the room. Would this be something I could use when watching these videos? Or is that only in the current presence of those suspected?
Pulling up the ability right now. So, make sure I understand it correctly.
Mhm.
It doesn't say that it would have to be like physically in the room with you. So yeah, I think I would allow you to do that.
Coolio.
So ahead and give me.
It's wits and
Wits,
Auspex or
Auspex.
resolve.
Yeah, I was looking at which one was better for you.
It would be wits.
Yep. So go ahead and give me the wits aspects.
Oh, I just do this. Okay, cool. Okay. 7 successes. It looks like 1 was my hunger die.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, with that, you do pick up on the vampiric magic and powers being used, but I mean, there's nothing hidden about it. I mean, all of the videos that you guys have are them putting their powers on display.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything, you just get a lock that like all of this is legit content, that like none of it was done with any sort of After Effects or anything like that.
Gotcha.
After Effects in this case, meaning effects used after the matter, not specific software.
Gee, I rolled a 2. Or I had 2 successes out of.
Yeah. And that was on intelligence technology. So it probably would take you a few hours then to pin everything down. And it looks like it's all coming from one account. But whenever you look into the location data for it, that it is coming from about 3 locations usually, and like you can track. It looks like 3 users.
Okay. So there's multiple people in charge.
Thank you for the sippies and strats, redeem.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we for sure need it.
Oh.
Hey,
I
listen,
just
we're 40
realized I don't have
minutes
sippies.
And since we're all looking at chat,
Who's looking at chat? You don't know what I'm looking at.
No. Just no.
Yeah, that's about the extent of the information that you can pull from that in that type of research. All right. Well, unless you guys have anything else that you want to discuss there, I think we should go back to the other group because
Yeah, I think it was. It's
going there.
I wonder
It's
what those two are
rude.
doing. I'm sure it's going fine as we're battling each other and stabbing each other with wooden stakes.
I love the fact that we're just like I hope they're doing something useful. Like what did they go off to do?
Right? Some nerd shit. I don't know.
Like what does the painting have to do with anything? We gotta find the
Curtains are
lady.
just blue. It's fine.
Sitting here bad mouthing them the entire time.
All right, Dr. Silas. You are holding the stake, improvised stake, to your chest. What do you do?
So, I did tell. I will say I did tell Rev what I was going to do ahead of time, so we pre-rolled.
Oh,
So, Silas has two ideas. The first is because this is a contested wit. Silas is going to try to use that that edge of like not knowing who won, to try to get the advantage.
okay.
So there's a moment where it looks like Dr. Silas is going to stab themselves. They in fact get very close before swiping the stake at Cruella.
Okay.
They do not hit Cruella, for the record. That could be a dodge from your end. But they miss
Okay.
on
the
this.
record.
Did you try
It was
and just
0
miss terribly,
successes
or
on the roll.
oh, so they tried? They tried to hit Cruella.
Well, I'm not trying to reveal too much about what the intent was behind things. But yeah, this was a swipe at Cruella.
Okay.
So, before they take off, so in the moment that Cruella is sort of leaned back from the swipe, Dr. Gloom is going to take off.
Cruella's gonna take out one of the stakes and put out the stakes, and is going to put on a cloak of shadows, and is gonna go after him.
So the idea here is Dr. Silas has basically picked the location that this confrontation has happened, so that there is a maze of laboratories and classrooms that Silas knows.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Question:
what's been going on.
the doctor does have a limp, correct?
You thought they did.
Fair
That's
enough.
Willy Wonka there.
If he's running without a limp, that's fine. I'm just making sure, because people that have a genuine limp that require, a cane, while they can run very fast, probably not as fast as like an 80-pound-year-old, 19-year-old who's been running for most of their life.
I understand you.
Well, let's see.
I know what the dots say.
According
but
to
I
your
also-
guys' dot, Cruella would have the advantage in a chase. However, that is purely physical, and
Sure.
Silas did choose the ground to give them the best advantage they could.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that your ability to catch up with them is at least matched by
Sure.
their knowledge of the terrain.
Okay.
So if you try to pursue, it's going to be a pretty even thing.
If we turn a corner and I see that he's like ducking and weaving, Masquerade Keeper, or I'm not quite sure what the
Storyteller.
Dungeon Master's called this.
I don't think there is one.
It's a storyteller.
Storyteller, Dance Master, if you would. I got to be eye contact. Okay. I was looking at compel one more time, but yeah, he's not looking back at me. Looking back.
Also, I did send one of you a message.
Somebody got a message.
After if, I'm assuming corridors and things like that. After there was the first turn, she would have stopped. And probably
Something I will point out
Hmm.
is that at this point, Cruella would have seen at least the raccoon. I don't know if we redid the rat, but that means that you do know that Silas has some amount of animal familiars hidden around this place as well.
Yeah. She would if I can see him, I don't know, throw one of the wooden stakes at him if she can, like just like a dart.
And real quick,
Actually, she does have a gun. I keep forgetting. She has a gun.
Ursula and Willow, your phones both go off, and you receive a message from Silas. It is all caps. It is urgent. Cruella has just tried to kill him.
If I don't hit him with the wooden stake, she would call her sire.
Ursula would look at Willow and go, I mean, it's not necessarily beyond the scope of what we would expect from her.
Malkavians
But
are...
also...
You're the racial star.
wait a
Come on,
minute.
you had something mean you were going to say about my people. Go on. Say it, you coward. Go ahead.
Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. Are you guys running around campus?
Kind of, yeah.
An indoor campus or an outdoor campus?
I mean, they're running around indoors.
Okay, because for some, I was like, I'm pretty sure WSU is a indoor and outdoor.
They're not at WSU, they're at Gonzaga.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of a different one.
They have some really interesting religious features.
What's interesting is I had a different WSU than what you had in your brain, which is fun. I was like, why would you call that? And then I realized Washington.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
But
So,
I'm immediately trying to call
I mean, you guys have no reason to doubt this message or the intention behind it.
well, it's not like we can get there.
No, not at all.
It does have a location on it, asking for a meetup, like we need to gather here type of thing. So you do have a second location that you can choose to try to go to once the sun goes down.
Not
Cool.
the second
Where is it?
location.
Where is it? And I'm going to
Still
be
on
fact checking
campus,
it.
isn't
I've already gotten to the point where someone in our group has fucked us over once, even if it was on accident. I don't trust any of these people.
That's right.
So I am throwing the address or whatever in and figuring out where it is, what it is, how it's connected to anything.
Interesting. I mean, I feel like cards are on the table at this point. So, Tony, would you like to tell me if it was a location that you would have previously used?
I think so. So there are myriad locations that are shell company of a shell company of a shell company style, and would take time to figure out. I think, or this would be the intention, right?
Yeah, but in this moment, you're on the fly. You're having
on the fly.
create
Yeah,
this
it is.
in a
It
hurry.
is somewhere that would have been used for a meeting once or twice. I think. Are we just talking openly now instead of messaging?
Yeah, at this point.
I think it is related to one of the lieutenants we haven't met yet.
Right. So in that case, you do actually recognize it as being a location that popped up in your search.
Ursula, good news. We get to kill somebody. Bad news. It's Silas.
Oh, so she was crazy with a purpose this time. Okay.
Seems
I mean,
that
she's
way.
always crazy.
I'm texting
Right.
fucking. What's his fuck? I keep forgetting this
And
dude's
how many
name.
people, Tony, would you like to be there?
I have to remember how many there are.
There's a man in the lab.
1, 2.
I will
3,
send.
4,
Can I send you a number?
7.
Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Because I
Not
do have to do some research.
42069.
Because
It looks like you have about 35 options to choose now.
Finally, a fair
No!
fight. You ever seen a sociopath fight? Especially like an unhinged mental patient?
First of all, one of my favorite movies is Seven Psychopaths.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
My biography.
Honestly, I just love anything where Sam Rockwell gets to be a fucking lunatic.
That's valid.
I don't remember who Sam was.
He was Justin Hammer in the MCU, so Iron Man 2.
I've never watched Iron Man 2.
Oh, okay. And Mr. Right, he's the hitman with the clown nose.
Never see Mr. Right either.
Oof.
Honestly, those are my 3 favorite roles of his. So
Fair enough.
he's one of the 7 psychopaths in a movie called Seven Psychopaths.
He's also in a Hitchhiker's
Spoiler:
Guide to
he's
the
2 of the
Galaxy.
psychopaths, actually.
Spoilers!
I have seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which
Yeah,
god.
I think he was the
He's-
president, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's People Rocks,
I don't know that character either.
the 2-headed alien.
The president of the universe?
He invented the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
Huh.
Jesus.
Alcoholic beverage?
Okay. Sure. I'll have to look it up later. It's fine. We're in the heat of the moment.
I didn't know he was in the
Okay.
TMNT 1990 film. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, wow.
I will say, you would already know, Tony, that one of those individuals is currently at a different hideout and will have to go from A to B.
Yeah. I figured. And it may be later on, but it will take time for all of us to get there. So.
Yeah. All right. So you guys have received this message and are you've now connected some dots. What would you like to do?
I'm texting Vesper.
Okay.
I
Letting
will
him
also be.
know. Well, step 1. You sent us in with one of the people who are trying to expose us. 2, here's some addresses. I can't take care of all of them.
And do you give them the one that is supposed to be a meetup?
Yeah, expressly with the thing of, he told us to go here.
Okay. And do you guys try to contact Cruella at all?
I think I would. I would call Corolla.
Question.
Yes.
Never been inside a campus before, but never been inside this campus before. Obviously, I've been in a couple. Not to say that Huela's been breaking into places and knows how to escape via sewer systems,
But
but
Incriminate myself. Like,
considering how big this campus is and this place is study pharmaceuticals, would there be a way for me to get underground in a subterranean area via sewer system if I looked hard enough in this area where all the labs are, or like where any? Because again, she's like 95, 110 pounds and very petite. Even if it's not like a proper like manhole covered drain, she could probably slip herself down if she really needed to. No problem, like dislocating something to get like in there comfortably.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of access points for things like that
Mhm.
indoors.
Right.
They tend to have their own like maintenance buildings where a lot of that
Mhm.
access is kept, and even just like main waterline access is kept outside. So you could, but it would involve risking going outside.
I guess my hoodie wouldn't help with the sunlight, would it?
It's one of those things you could probably get by in a couple of seconds. So like if you found like a good position and knew you could get inside in under 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Down
You
here,
can run
I
that
take it
fast.
there's no maps because I'm not following him. I don't.
Right.
That's the smart.
At this point, you're wandering around. There are like the normal, you are here class maps, that sort of thing for the building you're in. You're not finding a campus map.
No brochures or anything like that for people that would be new to the area.
Is he in the admissions building?
See, unfortunately, you are in like a part of the campus where generally people that are here, they're already students or staff. They know what they're doing here.
These are not gen ed courses.
Hmm.
And about this time, your phone does ring.
Hello?
Hey, Psycho, how are you?
My name's Quella.
I know. That was a term of endearment. So, little birdie told me that
I try to have him sorry. He's a traitor. I tried to have him stake himself. He swung at me, missed, and that limp's fake.
Also, real quick, just context for both your characters for a comment that was just made. You said a little birdie just told me. Cruella is currently on edge about animal familiars talking to people.
I realized that as soon as I said it, and I was like, you know what, for the bit, we'll keep it.
You're talking to birds? You have familiars too?
Tweet, tweet.
No, darling. So either way, and you're on speaker, by the way. Say hi to Willow.
Hi, Willow.
We know exactly
Hello.
where he's going. Do you need a GPS?
I'm stuck inside this campus. After I tried to have him kill himself, he missed and then sprinted, and I'm not chasing him in this labyrinth. But if I see him again, I'm ripping out his heart through his throat.
If he has one. I mean, it takes a lot to betray your own kind.
He's not my kind.
That's fair. You know what? Kudos.
I'm thinking of doing something drastic, though, to get some people in here to help me get a way of getting out.
And what would that be?
Is there any chairs around?
There are.
She's gonna take one and throw it up and break one of the water sprinklers to get some emergency people in here.
Okay, well, in that case, one, go ahead and just give me a strength.
I can do that.
Strength athletics. You're good at both of those.
I feel like that's
Strength,
strong
athletic.
group.
I'm okay at those.
He has
Oh,
three
that
dice
is
to
one.
roll.
That is only one success out of possible of 3.
Honestly, you're throwing a chair 6 feet in the air. It's fine. You do hit that.
Mhm.
Fun fact about how those sprinkler systems work.
Mhm.
If you bust one, that one will spray water.
Mhm.
And they're not attached to an alarm system because it is just a pipe
That is true.
with a little piece of glass keeping it closed on a valve.
Quella's watched a lot of movies. She has never actually tried to do this before.
in this moment, you're like, don't worry, I've got a plan. You throw a chair at the ceiling. Willow, you hear clunk, clunk, as the sprinkler turns on.
After about 10 seconds of realizing this doesn't work, she's gonna find the nearest lever and just click it.
She figured it out in the end.
I needed a shower anyway.
What's your location?
I'm at the university. What
Yeah,
I
what's
think I'm
up?
also gonna do, so that way I can do my whole appeal, I'm gonna go find his lab again. and she's gonna head back down to his lab. And then, as delicately as you can with a fire extinguisher, destroy the place.
So you're like you're busting computers, shattering.
Oh,
desks,
she's
that
breaking
sort of
everything. She's taking out needles and stabbing them into rats. She's just like
thing. Oh God!
all of it. She's angry. She is like, I trust this guy. We killed someone together. We drank rotten blood together.
Also, yeah, keep in mind now that things are coming to light, you guys had a potential witness that you could interrogate, and Silas blew that person's head off before they could say anything.
Yep. Hey, does he have a locker or a cubby in this place?
There's a back door in the classroom that is locked and seems like it would probably go to a personal office space.
Go into the door. She is just destroying. She doesn't care. What's the worst they could do? They take her back to the asylum. Oh no.
So
while I
for the
have her on
record,
the line and she's not
you
paying
have
attention,
set off an alarm to
Yes.
call the authorities to you,
Correct.
and are now actively vandalizing a building that had no fire.
Yes.
Sure.
She's a little nuts, and she can play that very well.
This plan can't go wrong.
No.
Tell us about your escape.
if I may, while this is going on, if I could tell Willow, I'm like, since she never hung up the call, would you mind tracking her phone to see where exactly the hell she is?
Yeah,
By the
give
way,
me a sec.
this entire time she's singing Show Tunes, He Had It Coming from Chicago.
He had it coming.
Our little psycho.
Isn't she precious? It's kind of terrifying. Anyway, yeah,
She's alright.
finding...
So, yeah.
Yeah, we should probably... Maybe... I don't know how we can intervene with that. If she doesn't get caught, we can find her later.
Yep. I mean, did Silas give like a time on when to meet him up or anything like that?
Checking the message.
To do that joke, why did the wet shirt feel betrayed? Because it's hung out to dry.
That was forever ago, my dude. I told
I
told
just
him
saw
no.
it.
I was gonna make a joke about how the stakes have been raised. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I was too busy fighting for my life, so you know.
play stupid games with stupid prizes, son of a bitch.
I just want you to not be under somebody else's thumb, and everyone wants to kill me because of it.
Right,
Wild.
because people that have decided to throw rebellions always have thought out plans for every situation.
Like
I mean,
the fact
some
that
of
humans
them
are most
do.
definitely not going to be chill with us being alive.
I like my cage. Don't mess with my cage.
It's gilded, you know.
It's got some pretty lights.
And free dental. I mean, come on.
I get fed on a regular basis. I get to yell in their ear. Everything that Ramona loves is exactly what Cruella does.
You don't think Ramona would kill me in an instant to get everything she wants? You are you're wrong.
No, any
Ramona-
bird. If cats were a little bigger, they wouldn't be pets. Proof of that? Bobcats.
Counter argument: zoos.
Counter
You think the
argument.
animals were all pets?
No, I'm not saying that they're pets. I'm just saying that they're captured.
We
And
are
they
not meant to be the top of the food
actually-
chain. We are omnivores.
That doesn't make them docile, though.
No. Well,
There's
No,
okay.
but the tranquilizer
And they
gun
would
does.
still eat a keeper if they
Speaking
thought
of
they could
Matt
get away
Damon
with it.
movies, we bought a zoo.
Anyway.
Anyway,
All right, Tony,
Yes.
your escape, because you would have ways out of here.
Absolutely. So the escape that Dr. Silas has is actually to because Dr. Silas has had to keep up the illusion of being a person for a while. Now they do, I think, if you're okay with this, they have a vehicle with windows tinted in such a way that like sunlight does not. I don't exactly know how this would work, so like help me out if this is not a
Yeah,
thing,
I mean-
right?
Just heavily tinted windows.
Yeah, it'd be heavily tinted windows. So they actually have like a couple of ways to get to like a parking garage and then into this vehicle. And they are driving away. Off to meet with the lieutenants.
Perfect.
Really quickly before this ends,
Hmm?
I can track Silas's phone too, right?
You can absolutely try.
While they're trying, I did call my my sire
Where?
before Ursula called me.
Okay.
Just
So all three of you have made contact with your
Yeah.
sires, or really-
I don't know where he went. I said I tried to get him to kill himself, and he wasn't willing. Unsurprisingly, felt like he should have been, but it didn't happen.
And Tony, are you going to try and continue the pretext with the others? And for the others, do you try and hold the pretext with Ursula or with Silas, and try and make them think that you believe them?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
What the hell
Oh.
happened?
Uh,
Is the first text you get from Willow.
Okay.
Remember, Tony knows this, not Silas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm well aware. I am checking something though.
Do you have a lie detector as a connection?
Now on the App Store.
I cannot get comfortable tonight. I don't know
Right.
why.
Yeah. So they're gonna send a message of we found out who the supplier was. It turns out it is linked to their sire. And when asked to confront their sire, they turned on me.
Oh no, terrible.
Oh, he's good. He's dumb, but he's good.
He's old, is I think the correct verbiage.
He's actually young.
Well, all right then. Well, he was human old, I guess.
True. When do you want to meet at this address? How do you want to proceed? I mean, if she's gone off the rails. ...
And these, I assume these are text messages because they've been sending in the form of text.
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as possible, I have left her at the campus, hoping that will slow her and her sire down, as I assume they have started working together.
I can't move till nighttime, so that's the soonest I can get there.
I might be dead by then.
Keep running.
And this is yeah. I can make a roll if you would like.
Okay. So
But
I
Yeah.
will say that your phone would be heavily encrypted.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe
It would either, so it would be one of two things, I should say. It would either be heavily encrypted or a series of burners. Where it's just basically toss one SIM card.
Yeah, but you're trying to
connect
maintain a
That is
solid
true.
conversation
Yeah.
here.
So it would be, I guess, then
Yeah,
encrypted
it would be
here.
a single encrypted phone. So, Ursula, if you would like, you can make some rolls on this, but it will be a much more challenging.
You mean Willow?
Because
Me?
I do.
I think you said Ursula. I'm sorry.
I did.
You did.
I have your guys' character sheets up in the wrong order.
Mm.
I keep looking at them and then to your faces, and they're not correct. But so yeah, if you want to try and track them like you suggested, you can, but it'll be a more challenging one because the other ones weren't meant to be discovered as directly as this, so their phones weren't necessarily hidden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tech intelligence.
Yes.
Or wit. Was it wit that
Let's
was?
go.
What have we been rolling for this? Wit technology is what we've been rolling before this.
It has been, just because that's what you have spec'd, and you had like meant it to be this way. Although as I'm reading it on wits, it's more for quick action. So I will say, if this game continues, I recommend swapping your wits and intelligence stats.
But I would go. I would like counter that with, as far as hacking goes, it is very much a reactionary. Oh, I found this and I found this, and how do I get through this really quick?
Yeah, but that's that's pulling on rote information of having to know how to get through a specific system, because it's not a new puzzle every time. It's, I've encountered this lock, I need to use this key. I've encountered this encryption, I need to use that cracker.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that is, I'm happy to continue using wits right now. That is for in future.
Sounds
Side
good.
note for a future dad joke. Hacker want a cracker. Anyway, that's
That's why we're done playing modern and cyberpunk games after this.
I am
Oof.
just oof.
High fantasy hacking. It's just a
Weird.
dude with an axe.
We were. We're giving away this for you guys. I thought we said we can't do that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I can burn some stuff to reroll, correct?
Can you? Did you have something for that?
I don't remember. This doesn't show me all of my fucking powers. And I don't appreciate it.
I just read one of your merits and flaws. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Which one?
Well, I don't want to give other players in this particular situation a heads up on a potential flaw.
That's
Look
fair.
shadily at me.
Not to call out any names, Tony. I'm not seeing anything off the top of my head.
What? Blood really likes characters, really likes bubble tea? Go figure. We knew that already. I put boba pearls in their blood.
I thought there was a mechanic in the game itself that allowed us to re-roll.
One moment.
I thought that was like the doubles thing. Like if you crit, if you get a pair of crits, you were able to roll again, basically to see how many more you can get.
1 second.
By the way, thank you so much for everyone that's come by and watched. We appreciate you. We've only been on for an hour and 15 minutes, but we are glad that you're here, whether it be lurking, whether it be talking in
No,
chat
no. So that's a different World of Darkness game.
Oh well, shit.
or watching us on YouTube.
So, real quick for the viewers, the World of Darkness has games where you play as vampires, werewolves, and human hunters of monsters. So the Winchester brothers.
Mhm.
In the
Mhm.
one where you're playing human monster hunters, you have willpower points, and you can spend willpower to add dice to rolls. Because each of these systems has a specialty die. So in this, it's the hunger dice. In the werewolf one, it's I think rage dice,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the hunter one, it's willpower.
In a Monster of the Week, it's luck. Everyone gets a luck point, basically.
Everyone gets
I
a
think you
number of luck
Like
dice.
the human one, correct?
Hmm?
So I think you might like the human huntery one.
Oh, for sure.
It's also also a part of the fifth edition of Vampire the Masquerade.
And
Mhm.
how use?
Want.
Like, give me.
I'm listening.
Oh, you do have willpower.
No,
right there.
Tony, you have too many.
You have 5. Spend 1 to reroll. Cool.
Oh, that would have been nice earlier.
Well, we're all new.
Would
to
have
the
been really nice when someone was trying to make me off myself.
You succeeded that check anyway. What are you talking
You
about?
shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have, but I might have been able to reroll.
It didn't.
Colin.
I love that in that situation, you both were rolling the same number of dice against each other.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a clear advantage. It was just on the roll.
I feel like if I were to remake Quella, I'd make her have more dominant abilities than the obfuscate. I think I see you say it. Because
So,
she's definitely more like she's crazy and unhinged, so she's intimidating and more dominating in that sense versus being more stealthy.
Don't take my job.
So that
So-
is
Yeah, that sounds dope.
6 successes.
Ooh.
6 is not it.
Damn it.
Oh.
It was a 7.
So I
Oh.
had to have got
So
all
close.
of my dice.
Or crits.
Okay, so I can't find him. Well, that pisses me off.
As you're hearing glass shatter and just angry child noises from the phone.
Angry child
It's
noises.
been very useful.
How many locations did you give up? Because in total, you had 4 locations. Did you give them all 4? Or did you
No.
focus on... No, not you. Sorry,
Oh.
I didn't specify.
Gotcha.
Willow, when you were telling the council, did you give them all 4 locations? Or did you tell them the one you were given and the one that Lilith is supposed to be at?
I gave all 4. But I told them specifically where, what each point was.
Okay.
Listen, man, I'm playing keep my fucking head on my shoulders. I'm already at a disadvantage because my blood tastes good.
Mom.
It's because you're the whole snack.
Eat and crumpet.
But yeah.
You good, Ben?
I'm just achy.
Also, I love the fact that the first one you tried to turn was Cruella. Of all of the people.
It was more.
Well, I mean, because how Cruella talks about her sire, it makes the most sense because there's a lot of. It sounds like there's a lot of fear there. Truth be told, though, Cruella is afraid of their sire, but they're the closest thing they've had to an actual parental similar wavelength person that hasn't tried to exploit them in a way that's not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're also muted, Tony.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I just put lots of air quotes. I didn't have to be unmuted for you to get my meaning.
They feel safer with this person than they have with anyone else. Is that a healthy relationship? No. But it's working for the sociopath.
So, I mean...
Hey, it's your classroom they destroyed.
You, Willow and Ursula, do receive messages saying that strike teams are being sent to 3 out of the 4 locations.
Mm-hmm.
But that the location where you guys were told to go is being left to you.
And how are we supposed to get there? That's the problem.
We
Did
have
we
to
not
wait
make
till
that
nighttime.
clear?
Well, I mean, presumably, you're not really going to be meeting until after dark anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to just put all of my effort into looking up everything there is about that building, as well as, if I can, minorly hacking into a satellite so I can get a satellite picture. But that's I understand if I can't do that one.
I mean, Google Maps is a thing.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you live.
That's true.
Okay, former PI of the group.
Listen, I know how to track people.
Okay. Also, especially since you guys have been reviewing all of the evidence, alerts start pinging on your system. The accounts are currently active, and a new video has just gone up on as many social media platforms and locations as they can get it onto.
I'm looking for the IP address as well as trying to intercept.
I'm watching the video. I am curious if it's what I think it is.
What do you think it is?
I don't want to give you ideas.
Is it Cruella jumping up like 10 feet to grab a thing and then
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is it,
Cruella going
it one of
apeshit on
us?
some poor guy?
You watch the video, and there's a group of 6 individuals approaching an art gallery, and then breaking in and rifling through a bunch of stuff, and then one of them getting shot in the chest with a crossbow bolt, and having very little reaction in the moment, and then all of them going feral and scattering.
I didn't go feral. I looked very human.
Same.
One of you
It's
definitely
how you
turned
felt
feral.
in
It
the
was definitely
moment.
one of us.
Watching it on camera, a person just got shot in the chest right next to you. You definitely reacted.
Oh yeah, no, I booked it into an alleyway.
Yeah, but it wasn't all like, like.
Speak for yourself.
Out of the game real quick. In recent real-world events, there's footage of people reacting to a similar situation, and they were not in control of what their faces did.
Topical.
I'm not saying that you fully broke and in the moment somebody would have noticed it, but this is a video that's zooming in and cutting to it and repeating it. It's made to reveal you.
Do I at least look pretty in the video?
Behind your glass door.
Not the glass door.
Actually, the thumbnail is you hiding behind the glass door with a big red circle that just says, "What the fuck?"
Be like hashtag dumbass. Listen, I said she was pretty, not that she was smart, okay? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I guess I'm trying to, Damn it, if Silas gets me fucking killed, I'm going to fucking haunt him.
Can you haunt after dying as an undead? I feel like we're kind of physically haunting people.
I like this location.
I don't.
I hate this.
You're welcome, y'all.
All right. So
You're
I'm
the
not gonna
fucking
lie.
worst.
I should have picked a currently unused Spirit Halloween. That would be funny.
Oh,
But
I
that
can
is
tell
not
you 2 of those right now.
that is not the location I've picked, but that would have been hilarious to have.
I mean, let's change it because they're half the distance.
To defeat the Huns.
Sure. You know what?
We are not
'Cause I like
sponsored by
that
Spirit
more.
Halloween, but we'd like to be.
Tis the season. We're after 4th of July. We might as well, right?
Let me have my birthday first, please.
No.
No,
Oh,
there's
okay.
already
There's a
pumpkins
Halloween
everywhere.
My birthday's in August.
Yes.
Okay.
That's when the Spirit
That's when
Halloween's open.
pumpkins. That's when pumpkins start.
Listen, pumpkins started on like the 10th of this month. Like, I'm not mad about it by any means.
So,
But-
Willa, you do notice that the location is a former Bed Bath & Beyond located on Division.
Not a Bed Bath and Beyond.
So it's a new place. Immediately sending that to Silas. Or not Silas, Vespa.
I would love at some point just be a miscommunication of, all right, this is the location he gave us. Sorry, that wasn't meant for you.
Shit, fuck!
Oof.
I think they're on to me.
Fuck.
It's fine. The boomer didn't have the glasses on. He couldn't read it anyway.
He left
I'm
his
good at
cane.
finding
He doesn't know how to
things.
read a map.
Yeah, actually, did he run with his cane or did he drop it?
Yeah, did he?
He would have kept his cane.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm taking it off your corpse.
There's no
I call his
guarantee I
gun.
can die.
Also, I mean, not to give player ideas, but you guys don't know what's in that cane.
That's true. It's true. I'm
Mhm.
taking that cane off his corpse.
That cane is actually a nuclear football.
Oh.
Love it.
What, does it fall out?
It has the launch codes in it.
Hmm.
I will say that it is 11 for. Do we want to take a quick break?
I was going to
Yeah.
suggest a break right about now anyway. I was just letting us get through our shit.
Our bullshittery. Alrighty, yeah. We will see you guys here in a second. Bye!
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't get to welcome anymore. You have to sit in your corner.
You're a bad boy and goes and sits in the corner because no one likes you no more.
Everyone loves me. That's
No.
why I'm the villain.
Listen. Emerald isn't here tonight to defend you.
Also, this isn't AO3. You can't get away with being the hot villain, you know? You can't get away with that.
With this crew, yes, you can.
Also,
The only problem
you
is
spent
you're
the
not
entire
hot.
Game,
That's just
you
mean.
spent the entire game disparaging their looks.
Exactly.
I mean, hold on.
Whoa. Okay, so wait. This is a longer conversation, but the last thing that I will say on this before we go further is there are many hot villains that aren't stereotypically super attractive and hot. So, you don't have to be physically a model to be a hot villain. That's
That is
not
true.
what that category is about.
That is true.
That's
But it's a
fair.
force of personality, which Silas just doesn't have.
So, hold on. You're saying Dobby gets a pass, though, from My Hero Academia?
Dobby has the
Oh.
I can fix him vibe.
You said Dobby,
Exactly.
I think a lot of us went to Harry Potter for a second.
No, I went straight to My Hero. I went to
Me too.
Shigaraki first, actually.
I can
Me
fix
and
Dobby,
Tony were both
okay?
like,
That
was Dobby a
knife
villain?
wound, he's
How is-
fine.
How is that applicable?
No, it's even better. Have you read the end of the series?
I'm so far behind on reading it.
He's fixable.
Sure.
He's fixable.
Anyway.
I just
Also, is
caught
the-
up to the
Is
dub,
the manga actually
so
done then?
Huh?
they're four episodes. They're 4 chapters away.
Yeah. It's damn near, but everything with Dobby's
Anyway.
done. Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna. end up
Tony's
talking
like,
about that
I
all
feel
night.
left out.
We just gotta
But
watch
Bud,
parties
you
with
and I,
Tony.
tomorrow we need to talk about that.
Yes.
Okay, so anywho, you guys are now going to north on Division, or I guess waiting out the day. The sun is setting. You guys are leaving because otherwise we're just gonna sit around and you guys are gonna shoot shit for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
By 6, I mean 14.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get
you
out of
guys
the
are-
school okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They would have given you the address as to where to meet, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to meet them midway or at the final location? Because where, the 3 points are kind of an equal triangle.
I'm sorry, what?
The 3 locations of where they're at, where you're at, and where you guys are going is kind of an equal triangle.
I'd meet them halfway, and she'd probably change out her outfit a little bit.
Actually, before we do that, we do actually need to address how you get away from the police and the fire department.
So, when they get in there, she's gonna be playing with the fire extinguisher and giggling excitedly. And when she sees them, she's just gonna have a hysterical breakdown, mumbling things about he was a vampire, he tried to stab me, I chased after him, he got in here, and just make up this just semi-accurate tale, but not really. Just playing up the crazy.
So, when the
For the
Winchesters went
that means they're gonna
undercover.
try and
Pudding!
Because they don't walk into a room that's been utterly destroyed and the person is crazily mumbling about how they were trying to fight a monster and go, "Oh yeah, that's fine," and leave. No, they put handcuffs on that person.
Because our systems are broken.
Yep. But she would probably repeat her a phone number, just ask about her phone call. And also, most of the I have a feeling this is not the first time they've probably seen her before and they know who she is, because for those of you that live near facilities like this, a lot of police are given names of all the local patients and people that are in those sort of facilities in case they escape, so they know where to bring them to. And some of their typical behaviors and what you need to do to help calm them down. Not saying that all officers understand or believe that, or will acknowledge that. Yes,
Is
no.
your intention to get arrested, dragged outside,
Well, no, like
Fear of the
a
sun.
fear of the sun. They
And
would
then-
have if they know about her case file, they'd know that she has a phobia of the sun. They'd cover up in
Most
some way.
police aren't going to pull
No,
up
they
a mental
don't.
patient's files like
I
that.
know. I'm.
No, what I was gonna suggest is, don't you have that compel?
That's.
I also could do compel. I just wanted to play it more off the crazy,
I want
but
to give you the option. Like I'm
Yes.
questioning your choices here because this sounds like you're going to get arrested and then killed.
I would compel. I would compel.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Let me have my fun.
More
Jeez.
humorously, in what way do you compel them?
Bitch over here like Lelouch. Kill yourself.
There is a killer on the loose. He tried to bring me here and kill me. I need to go to this place to be safe. Track this person down.
No,
I love
that
That's
breaks
so
the
much-
masquerade.
that is the same level, and I love it.
And you know,
What you've
we
told
can
them is-
bleed, right? We can bleed.
You can, yeah. But what
So
you've just
she
told
probably would
them
have
is,
also like cut
someone's
some.
trying to kill me. I need to go to Spirit Halloween now.
No, actually, where she would have gone, it probably would have. She also would have asked for an umbrella. It's all the same. But she would have been
Spokane
dropped
police, They
off.
probably have them.
Huh?
So it's Spokane police. They probably have them.
Yeah. I probably want to be dropped off somewhere like in between, like closer to where they live at, so I could go meet up with them.
Yeah.
But then I would say like go hunt down our good friend, because like I ain't gonna play like you pissed her off, man. All right. Well,
Offering freedom.
No.
some people don't want that, unfortunately.
Isn't that ironic?
That is the saddest thing I've said all night. Anyway.
I get it.
That's
So
That's
that you do eventually get out of that situation.
you know, it's 4 successes. It's 4 successes.
Beautiful.
Out of my total of possible 5 with dominate or my compel.
You don't even if you reread that, you don't have to roll against unprepared mortals.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah,
They just
you only have
do
to
it.
roll if it's someone who you have recently compelled, someone who is aware that you can do it, or if they're a vampire.
I see. Yeah.
So that's an auto success. They're like, yeah, that seems reasonable.
And like I said, she would have given herself a cut right here, and like made it look like she was attacked. Like, also she does have a bleeding that jacket that she got earlier that has a bunch
He
of blood.
does do those things,
Mm-hmm.
and it works momentarily, but it just leads to them being more confused as they watch your forehead stitch itself back together.
I'm
I
more
don't know-
just imagining the like as she's like, shit, I called the police. I gotta make this look believable. Like just beating the shit out
No,
of
she would have just grabbed one of the pieces of glass that she broke from one of the vases or whatever. Just it's fine.
No, I know, but it's just it's just imagine.
Oh my.
In my head, because
Tony
you
is
are going to be
worried.
constantly healing, because this is such a minor thing, that
Damn
as
it.
you're talking to the
Damn it.
police, you're holding the glass and you're just like.
Probably.
Psychos. She's not the only
Boy, she's sweet but a psycho.
Well, it's gonna be like, what happened to your eyebrows? Like there's several just like little cuts. She's like, no.
I don't want to
fine.
talk about
My.
You guys, at this point, then you guys are all underway. Tony, you and
Yes.
your crew will absolutely be first on scene.
Mm-hmm.
What is your plan here?
Well, I'd like to use and I am going to speak in some sort of code here. But there's two full plan. One I already sort of leaned into. So I mentioned two names
Yep.
that
you
have
did.
their ears to the ground. those infiltration folks are learning as much as possible, as quickly as possible. So the idea is that the plan is in a spin right now, right? Like, the idea was that Cruella would come with, but the likelihood is that Cruella has contacted their sire, seeing as they refuse to side with us, which means that there is likely heat out for us. Not knowing where that heat is going to come from, that's where that listening is huge. And I don't know what that looks like. Right? Like I don't have stat blocks for them either.
I have a plan for what's going on with them.
Okay. Given that, so that information will modify some of the other stuff, based on what happens there.
Okay, so in that case, I will say that you hear a whisper.
Okay.
That there are planned raids on 3 of your locations, including the last known of Lilith.
Okay.
And then in the shade, you kind of get wind that it is going to be your party coming to the meeting.
Okay. Given that, and the possibility that things might go wrong, there's a sort of a few setups going down. There are the entire plan is as many contingencies as we can make happen, basically, right? So, this is part of how Silas likes to operate. Is we use the terrain. We're familiar with it. They're not, and we we have one main plan, and that is, I think, unlikely, but would be something that would be very, very interesting. And that's something that I'll message you what that main plan is, just so that I'm not saying it here out loud for everybody.
Classic party versus the DM stuff of the party strategizing in front of the person they're strategizing against.
Yeah.
Curse is foiled again.
So, and then
He always knows our plan.
outside of that, there are, like I said, there are like contingency. I'm not 100% sure exactly what information you're looking for here, so I am talking a lot and maybe not saying as much as I could.
Well, are you preparing at the spirit for an attack? Are you like positioning people in that way? Are you trying to come in with open arms and let them come in because you have the information that it's them coming for you?
When you say coming for me, do I gather hostile intent or not?
That you don't have.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I read those words correctly, because for me, coming for you means hostile. So I wanted to make sure that it was not hostile yet. No, but like if there are raids planned, there is likely going to be prepare for hostilities, but don't meet with hostilities.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. So and the goal is not to engage if forced, I should say, is the plan here.
Okay. Yeah, I can go with that. So as you guys pull up to the location, it's got the old Bed Bath Beyond sign. It's been removed, but like you can still see the lettering on the wall. You go up to the doors, and there's all the spirit posters. And as you check, the doors are unlocked. How would you guys like to proceed?
So I have something called Binding Fetter. It's where I can find important locations or objects to ghosts.
Oh,
And
by the way,
bind said ghosts.
I'm gonna give each one of them one of the wooden crossbow bolts that I have left. Just in case.
This is a spoon.
You've clearly never tried to gouge someone's eyes out.
Well, you know.
I'm gonna keep that.
Oh, try to use this, and she'll pull out her pistol.
Can I have that one?
So what are you
you?
using this ability for?
Very specifically, I want to see if I can gather the fetters of a ghost within this area.
Okay.
I also have an ability I would like to use.
Go ahead and roll.
It's Wits and Oblivion.
Yeah, trying to wrap my head around the way this works, but go ahead and roll for it, and we'll see what you find first.
Weird question, because I don't know any about this. Does this wipe away the spirit you've previously fettered or bound?
No, I can collect multiple fetters.
Okay, just I don't know if it will even apply or matter. I'm just curious.
And Ursula, your thing you want to do?
I wanted to use again the see the unseen, sense the unseen,
Yeah.
because it's free.
That
Absolutely.
is 4 successes.
Okay. And go ahead and roll your wits auspics, if you would please, Ursula. There is a spirit here around the premises that you can bind with this.
It is the spirit of Halloween.
Kills it immediately.
We didn't even redeem the dad joke, friend.
It was perfect.
It was
Cool.
perfect. No, that was a good one.
Um,
I also got a 3.
Let's suck up, vampires. We can do this.
We just gotta split it up.
You do
Get it
sense a lot of there's a lot of vampiric energy in use right now in this area. Not the least of which is the other vampire actively using powers right next to you.
Yeah. I was like, any besides the ones next to me?
It is that moment of like, I'm looking for lights, and the person next to you turns on a flashlight. Like, I'm looking for other lights.
Yep.
Thanks, Phasmophobia. You've traumatized us all.
Anyway, so with
what
that
would you
fetter,
like to do with your ghost friend?
so I can summon spirits, which means I can bind them to me, basically, as here, let me get the exact wording on it. Ingredients process system. The caster daubs the fitter with their vita, making an oblivion ceremony roll. The wraith cannot pass through the veil if it is impenetrable and the ceremony's location. Moving the fetter across the ceremony after the ceremony doesn't help, as the wraith's ability to pass through the veil disappears if the fetter leaves the ceremony site. So basically, I am literally summoning a ghost on my side. A wraith, specifically.
Okay.
Can we see this ghost, or is it invisible to us?
So they do not take physical form, but they take on the form of shadows on the walls, quivering silhouettes of their living selves, from which voices might emerge.
So like the Shadow Man's shadow in the Disney's Princess Frog.
Okay.
Except he can
All
talk.
right, you have prepared your spirits. Cruella, would you like to do anything here?
So I I do have an ability. I think it's called Prepared for Anything, or what's that one called? Hold on, where is it? Because I remember I still not used to this character sheet, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
Oh, check the trunk. Check the trunk. How would I'm assuming she has a bunch of like doomsday prep bags just like placed all over the place
Yeah, absolutely.
or something like that.
So as you guys pull in to
He's just got a backpack.
this parking lot, Cruella is there ready. Opens the bag as you guys are like getting ready to like unload and go into this place. And it is just full. There's stakes, there's knives, there's silver-edged weapons, there's a box of shells.
And yeah, like I said, she has a pistol. I guess a box of shells. From one of the sleeves, it looks like it's like a ukulele case. She just pulls out a sawed-off like shotgun. Just.
Okay.
Who wants what?
Remind me to not get on your bad side.
I have. Is my cut still there? Is my face? Is there a bad side?
You check, there is no cut.
Okay, good.
There is dry, crusty blood.
Oh,
You know,
I'm sorry I didn't get him earlier. I wasn't prepared.
I mean, I don't blame you. I think we all were kind of caught off guard by that, so.
Also,
so much.
he's a liar. He doesn't need that cane, so he hit me in the shin for nothing. I'm keeping that cane though. I call dibs.
Okay then.
I want to get I want to get like flame stickers.
Okay then. I suppose we should go in there and see if we can talk long enough for them not to murder us.
I can go around the back if you guys would like to try to do the talking thing.
I'm good at the talking thing.
Do that, and I'm gonna send the Wraith with
And she'll give each of you 2 stakes. Not just the bolts, 2 actual stakes. And then
I got you gave me a gun.
then
last
if you
time
want the
as well,
pistol
so-
or the shotgun.
So I don't have
pistol.
anywhere to put these.
She'll pull out an extra belt.
I have cargo pants.
You can just hold it. I might have one with a glitter if you like one with a glitter.
You know what? No.
Oh no.
How would I know that bringing known vampire killing weapons into a den of vampires? How would that look?
I mean, it's pretty clear to everyone involved what this situation is.
Well, but they are under the impression that we're on their side, right?
Currently.
As far as you can tell. But, I mean, you have as much information as they do in terms of, like, you all have phones. They knew to contact you. Certainly, they're going to expect that Cruella would have contacted you. And so they have no idea what level of trust you're at. This is very much like the gang and the FBI showdown, where there's like been 2 double crosses,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and everybody knows that nobody knows what's about to happen.
They don't know that we know that they know, but they don't know that we. It's one of those.
Exactly.
We're all very lost.
And Cruella's just saying,
I will-
I'm gonna kick their asses as she just sprints going around the back where to stab somebody.
There goes she.
Um,
There she goes.
I will
Like an
I will
invisible
take
spider.
the belt with them, and I'll kind of hide the quiver or whatever is attaching them like behind me. or at least like towards like the bag, where like it's kind of like not super easy to reach, where it's kind of just like, I have these just in case something goes down, like if Cruella shows up and I gotta kill her, or kind of like give like benefit of the doubt type stuff, like self-defense.
Giving the we're not dumb, but we're coming in with trust.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
I'll come with that.
As you guys open the doors and go to take a step in, I would like just a wits awareness check from all three of you.
Awareness. Where's awareness? Oh wow.
This is a perception roll, correct? Basically.
Yes.
Ooh.
Cool.
Can I
Yours
add my
is
heightened
cool,
senses
yours
to this,
too.
or is this just what's awareness for now? Oh no,
We've lost Rev
No. Hello?
buddy, you good?
The second it happened, I was like, come on. Okay. What was your question?
I have heightened senses. Would this aid in this in any way?
Yes, it would.
Wits and
I rolled
resolve.
a 2.
Nice.
Another 3.
Very useful.
3. All right.
Where's my resolve? I always forget where
Oh
the
wait, are we
resolve is.
supposed to add resolve?
I have my
No,
heightened senses ability.
Yeah, resolve is right below wits.
Well, yeah, because that
thank
just
you.
means you can, if there's a user adds their auspice rating to all perception rolls.
Oh, you're right. So I instead of getting 6 dice, I get 7. Sorry, brain.
I did the same thing. Wits resolve is just whenever we get like a bright light flashed in our face or some shit like that.
Flash.
We have to do a wits resolve to make sure that we don't get fucked over.
5 out of 7.
Okay. So all of you who rolled below a 7
Oh, good.
are startled as one of those big, like, jump out at you skeletons is positioned right behind the door and does jump out at you.
Hate you. How dare you?
Because you're all ready for, like, some sort of, like, stealth ambush or vampires around a table. None of you were ready for electronic toy skeleton jumps out at you.
Scary skeletons.
Yeah, no, that skeleton's getting tossed.
Ah!
And Dr. Silas, your door alarm has gone off. What would you like to do?
Followed by extreme cursing of this motherfucking.
The Dungeon Master's reminder. I went towards the back to cut them off in any way, or like I'm not going with them, so that way they have a better.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're fine then.
I think, I think there's a voice over the PA. Welcome, shoppers. This week, we're looking at a deal.
You're not cute and you're not funny. Come down, Doc.
Also, that's really cheesy.
So let's be honest, Tony is not as smart or witty as this person may be. So it may take me a second to think of funny things to say or good things to say. But
My henchman thought it was funny. Come on, guys, please.
what?
My henchman thought it was funny, guys. Come on, come on, please.
Yeah. No.
You're not funny.
No, I'm not.
No, it's been like, shouting that back.
But it is so. Side note, I keep you distracted because there is thunder very, very close. So every time I'm like looking over here, there's flashes over here from lightning.
Oh no!
So it's fine. Let's see. So I think come on in. It's spooky season. Is going to come over the PA.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome to
Gareth.
It was like a block over. I think. I don't know actually how close it was. Probably much further than that, but it felt like a block over.
It's wild that we can't hear any of that.
Right?
Mic
Discord
suppression
audio
on
filter.
Discord is really good. Yeah. Anyway, so welcome. Come on in, friends.
Friend seems like
I'm-
a very generous term.
Glad you're here.
Any more jump scares waiting for us the further we get in?
Any jump scares are fully unintentional.
I broke your skeleton.
So, I've noticed you are a little tightly wound.
I'm mostly real confused, Doc. As they're walking forward, and I'm guessing getting closer to wherever the fuck you want us to be.
Yeah, I think this place has been set up somewhat. There's like Spirit Halloweens are such an interesting place because they are oftentimes set up in a maze that you have to go around one path around the entire place. And so that's I think the way this one is still set up. I am in here. You will want to get away from the windows in case we are disturbed.
Joy, oh joy.
And I think the monologuing will soon start over the PA.
Willow's gonna just sit there rolling their eyes the entire time.
I come with a question. I apologize for the distance, but the last person in this group I was close to tried to kill me for a conversation, and I don't much take kindly to that.
Valid.
So,
Fair.
You see, I come from a place of the free exchange of ideas. Not much from the blanketing that the rest of you seem to be accommodated to. Accustomed is the word I was looking for. Accustomed to. I come from a line more acquainted with unfettered thought.
Well, you
But it's
related
not-
to Einstein?
No, Einstein was very smart in his way. But if he had access to the things that we have access to, much more good would have been done from it. That's the question that comes back to me, though. Why hasn't more been done? You all asked why I became a vampire. And I told you, it was not a choice. I became sick trying to help people. And I found out there was a cure. A cure withheld by a cadre that try to keep goodness quiet from the world. If you don't think that humans would be on board with curing their illnesses in a heartbeat, well, the lack of heartbeats, then you might just be a fool. You see, that is part of why I have asked you here, is I think there is a modicum of goodness left in the both of you. There is a chance that you might, whether for nobler means or for selfish good, choose to help free yourselves. Free yourselves from having to climb to be the top earner in someone else's scheme. They take a little off the top, though, of course. Or being shunned because your lineage isn't quite just right. You know, they could make that so that with their influence, they could protect you. But they don't. They refuse to better the world. But I think you're smarter than that. I think you understand that we can better the world together. Cruella couldn't string enough thoughts together to see the good that comes from something like this. Let me speak plainly to you. I seek to end the Masquerade. If you had not put it together before now, I would be surprised. But I would like to say it now, to make sure that we are all on the same playing field. I seek to end the Masquerade, end the tyranny of the elders. And today, shopper, we're having a sale. 60% off the elders. Everything must go. With that, I ask, do you wish to partake in the solution of the problem that benefits you and the world? Or do you wish to be obstinate, unchanging?
At that moment,
Love it.
almost phasing into existence out of the shadows behind Dr. Silas, Cruella appears with a knife to your throat.
Okay. I see you've joined.
I
You
mean, I
know.
was just.
Oh, are you there as well? This is no longer on the PA, by the way.
Oh.
I said having
You turn off the PA.
the. I feel like it's a push to talk button. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
So once there's probably a knife to the neck, the finger comes off the PA because you don't want the PA to stay on in a merchandise type fashion. So
While this is happening, I'm going to say that while he was talking, you guys also would have been searching. So could I get one more?
Oh,
wits
absolutely.
awareness from you two.
Yeah. You said wits resolve?
Wits awareness.
Wits.
Brett had to succeed on 2 rolls for that to happen.
I got 4.
Ooh.
It's not that many. I mean, 4 out of 5.
I got 6.
All right, yeah. Through the speech, you guys are able to eventually find where Silas is on top of a shelf. And so, towards the end of that speech, it would have been essentially him talking directly down at you guys. And then you do see the moment that Cruella just kind of fades
Appears.
into existence with the
Oh,
knife
look!
there.
How's
So-
it going, Doc?
Oh,
The party is all present.
the gang's all here.
Sort of.
I take it you have no remorse for our friend?
Uh,
Yes or no? No flashy words.
oh. 1 second. Let me double check because my character would know, but I have to look up Darkness's character's name because it's been like 2 months.
Also, similarly, Quilla would have said her name. Brett just forgot it.
Okay. Helen was never meant to die. In fact, that is why I ended the imbecile on the rooftop. Not to cover a track. I didn't know enough to matter. But because
The knife is going to press a little bit closer to your throat. Yes or no is all I asked.
and you've gotten your answer. But you seem to not like the answer that no, they weren't intended to die.
Ursula and Willow, you two see a red dot appear on Cruella's chest.
Can I see where it came from? Or where it's coming from?
In a moment, but first you see 3 more also appear on Cruella's chest.
You see, no one has to die. You realize that, right? Like, I mean, there are some that would fight to the death as opposed to deal with change, but no one actually has to die. We can all come out of this alive.
Were you
And for the
actually
better.
born a week ago? Like you said?
That, I will say, is a lie. And I'll admit to that. But I also know that I have to keep up appearances sometimes for the council. I would happily tell each and every one of you the full truth, except one of you was texting everything we did. So I couldn't. Because the leash was too short. I'd like to get rid of the leashes. And open you all up to freedom and truth.
We should keep the world safe, and I slit his throat.
So we're going to go ahead and call it there. That is the
All right.
end of our Vampire the Masquerade game as it currently sits.
Wow!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
We got murder.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Got PvP.
Maybe. I feel
It
it's
turns out- What?
I said I feel like
Oh.
a complete disadvantage because it's been so long since we played our Monster of the Week game. I'm not gonna feel like it's gonna get picked.
Well, we still have 3 more campaigns
I was gonna
before
say,
we
right.
pick anything.
This is 2
Yeah.
out of 5. So
yeah,
I'm going to be in that same
At
boat.
least.
yeah, man, that was fun. I haven't been able to play an unhinged character like that in a long time.
I also haven't been able to play an unhinged character like that in a long time.
For clarification's sake, if this game ends up being selected and we do a long form version of this,
Mhm.
Tony will not be returning as Silas, regardless of how this situation plays out.
Yes.
Damn. I was really hoping.
Unless there's a wild change in the rest of this encounter, because we're not going to have a long form player versus player game.
Yeah.
So either you guys would have all joined Silas, and then the continuing game would be dismantling the Masquerade,
which could be very interesting.
Or you
I
guys
thought it was really fun,
Yeah.
but y'all rejected that
There's
immediately.
still time. There's still time.
No,
Well-
Cruella rejected that. We are still sitting here like, I'm just kind of here, man.
I mean, I just want, like, Ursula was gonna be like, did you have, like, all of this speech, like, pre-planned? Like, the jokes, the everything? Like, it's a little dated, not gonna lie.
I,
How
What
long
should do?
ago did you
Hashtag
write the
poggers
script?
after every couple sentences.
you'll never get to know.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
you
yeah.
might not ever get to know.
Might,
I don't
yeah.
know.
I will also say that if she already had the knife there, she would have had another one, probably a wooden stake, probably like kind of pressed on him and then like this, like she's ready to end him 2 different ways if one doesn't work. She's a little angry.
There's also like 7 lasers on you.
Doesn't give a flying rat's ass.
I understand that.
That's why, 'cause I do
second
feel
attempt
like
may not
the coup de
happen.
grace, instantaneous kill of the big bad might be a little unsatisfying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I would let that one like go down to rolls and like see.
No,
how
that's
it goes.
fine. Yeah.
To be fair, I was literally waiting for him to get to a point where I could be like, yeah, well, you're kind of irritating, and I was gonna shoot him in the face.
It sounded your words flowed together. It's not like you said I'm gonna shit him in the face. I'm like, what? What?
No, shoot him. I have gun.
When the bad vampire annoys me, I shit in his mouth.
You know, some people pay for that.
You shut too fast.
Ask the Toreador.
The scene.
Thank you for everyone that
Anyway.
came by and watched, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for DMing this, Rev.
Yeah.
You know what I'm really excited about?
Mm.
Now I don't have to do session prep for one game.
And
That's right.
my
It's
turn
is it
now.
Blood or Mal's next?
Yeah.
Mal.
Right.
It's Mal because of the search rate. and all that stuff.
Originally, it was supposed to be blood.
Would you like to do you want to reveal what your game is?
Yeah. My game is boring. It's gonna be Dungeons and Dragons 5e. But basically, what we're gonna do is some of our characters are born in the modern world, and they have been anime isekai'd into a fantasy world of Brett's design because I am unoriginal and I will not make an entire pantheon of everything and a world of everything. I am making a country, and that's it.
Coon, what are you doing over there going at 30 miles an hour towards me?
But what's going to be happening is, since they have been isekai'd, we're actually going to be doing the big boss battle for these 3 episodes. Probably 2 of them are going to be just like straight up combat, and with some role play in between. And then, depending on how that goes, session 3 will be interesting. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen, and I need to talk to a lot of people in the next 7 days.
Let's
I'm playing the
go.
villain. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm playing the villain. I call dibsies.
That's gonna be the through line for the rest of these, is that one of us is secretly the villain for all.
Also,
You know,
Rev, you
I
failed.
thought about that, not gonna lie.
There was no one named Tony in your entire thing. There was no Tony.
That
That
was one
was
of the
your bit,
snipers.
Brett.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
That's your
Count
bit,
Tony
Vicky.
left.
No one else wants to take that from you.
But yeah. Alrighty, guys. You have a good night, and we are going to head on out.
Do we want to raid a friend?
Is there a
Uh,
friend
Do we
to
have
raid?
anyone
go
who's
for it.
live?
We have a friend by the name of Aludra92.
Oh, hey, Aludra.
Ooh,
I am
been a
pulling it
hot
up.
minute.
I put their name into the chat so that way they can be added. They're currently playing Monster Sanctuary.
Yes.
It's a very
That's
cute little
super
game, and
fun.
I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
They've got a really cool dragon character going.
They just designed that themselves. They are a fantastic
Yeah.
artist.
They are a very fantastic artist.
Yeah.
They also did a little pixel character wagging its tail back and forth. So be sure to say hello and give him some praise.
Right. It's...
Brett, that sounded evil.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for watching our mini arc in Vampire the Masquerade. We've got some cool new stuff coming up. Be on the lookout. We've got Thirsty Gay Thursday coming tomorrow. We've got more amazing stuff from the One Shot Wonderarium. And stay tuned for our upcoming Wednesday night revival shows.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. We'll see y'all later.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye.
I just rated.